Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Economics Time newspaper headlines. So, first of all, capex fix for global gloom. Next, financial minister delivers balanced budget minus freebies. Next, tax tweak to probe up new regime. Next, budget envisages PM's vision of Amrit Kal. Next, Adani Enterprises cancels FPO to refund investors. Next, on page number 2 in taxpayer section under that, big push for new tax regime in budget. Next, luxury reality deal may be hit. Next, world comes to India. Next, an unfortunate side effect. Next, gain for seniors women. Next, one world, one future, one destination. Then I comes to page number 3 in disruption section. In that, tax bell tolls for foreign angels. Next, tailwind for inclusive digital growth engine. Next, proposal to set up three centers of excellence for AI. Next, DigiLocker 2.0 to simplify verification process for all. On page number 4 in investor section under that, no tax wrap, growth push positive for district Dalal Street. Next, government paves the way for P notes in gift city. Next, reclaiming shares and dividends to take less time. Next, budget a solid one, keep Sensex at the rate 2 lakh on track. On page number 5 in budget 2023 section under that, HNIs lose tax play with MLD change. Next, going long on infra can cement winning portfolio. Next, government capex lead capital formation key economy driver. On page number 7 in banking and finance section under that, insurers and life undercover to under fire. Next, fin laws set for an overhaul. Next, more funds for outbound M&A. Next, a focus on growth and transition path to a 7 trillion economy. Then I comes to page number 8 in budget section, consumer section under that, tax relief brings a pocket full of buy. Next, cars, EVs and trucks to get demand boost. Next, millets get push has budget maps out a serial hub. Next, figure to remember, expect a multiplier effect of rupees 10 lakh crore capex. On page number 9 in business tax section under that, it's clear cut the duty is to make in India. Next, initiatives to give leg up to coup sector. Next, building capabilities and competitiveness. Next, no input tax credit for CSR expensive. Next, corporate social responsibility. Next, be ready to shell out more for that dream trip abroad. Next, online gaming cause need to pay TDS only on net winnings. Next, benefit prerequisites taxable. Next, REIT or INVIT holders, unit holders in that pay repayments of debt to be taxed. Next, startups in that IT benefits dates extended. Next, decarbonization and economic development are not mutually exclusive, can drive growth in new areas. On page number 10 in infrastructure and railway section under that, a giant leap to bridge in infra gaps. Next, tier 2 and 3 cities get rupees 10,000 crore funding push. Next, railways to get rupees 2.4 lakh crore for future upgrades. Next, a pragmatic budget that focuses on green and inclusive economic growth. Next, regional connectivity. Next, enhancing opportunity under that, private investment in infrastructure. Next, municipal bonds in that, making cities ready. On page number 11 in comment section under that, across the universe. Next, Amrit Kal 7 point itinerary. Next, hurdling towards the developed nation line. Next, perfect balance between short and long term. Next, play your music to our ears. Next, a budget that tidies up the house for private investment to soon come a surging. On page number 12 in comment section under that, ball in our court. Next, continuity with incremental wider changes. Next, to fit 7 priorities, one budget jigsaw. Next, so far tanking up to engines instead of four. Next, living within its mean and cutting back on borrowing funded large GC. On page number 13 budget section under that, taking the knife to food fertilizer subsidies. Next, agriculture get credit boost fund for startups. Next, Macron omic goes beyond gestures. Next, states new nudged to create infra, focus on urban reform with funding extension. Next, credibility in NOS, continuity in policy. Next, green energy transition to get rupees 35,000 crore push. On page number 14 in economy section under that, historic budget to boost rural India, says PM. Next, fiscal consolidation moves along. Next, budget inclusive paves the road to growth, will benefit every sector. Next, fiscal math with capex bazooka way to Amrit Kal. Then I comes to page number 15 in economy section under that, skill becomes on the job exercise. Next, world comes to India. Next, MSME to be returned 95% of fines imposed during COVID. Next, all quit on this gateway front for Putin. Next, education gets highest ever. Allocation share in GDP remains stagnant at 2.9%. Next, rupees 968 crore digitalization boost to connect drive agricultural crops. On page number 16 in economy section under that, gliding smoothly on fiscal deficit path. Next, railways big focus area to be infra and passenger amenities, says Vaishnav. Next, world comes to India. Next, budget beautifully balanced. India set to be $5 trillion economy. Now, salaried class has flexibility to spend, save, and build security. Next, Amrit Atmanirbhar Bharat push. Next, shift for Manrega. On page number 17 in Sensex section under that, keeping India in fastest growing economies club. Next, calibrated steps avoid populism for prioritize growth. Then it comes to page number 18 in Sensex section under that, new tax regime, lower borrowings to boost market. Next, making India more attractive to for investment. On page number 19 in pure politics section under that, pension bill high, tech assist fund fails to take off. Next, 1.96 lakh crore to home min, focus on border infra 2. Next, transformation through group of G20. Next, Congress questions real reach of IT relief. Next, lens on target class, eyes on polls. Next, allocations for PM Awas hiked, NREGA slashes 32%. Next, budget fails to address burning issues of unemployment, rising prices. On page number 20 in news of the day in that section, ENIL net profit at rupees 5.8 crore in quarter 3. Next, India US wait new proposals in defense telecom. Next, Adani Group's mid cap e-roads rupees 1.84 lakh crore. Next, Fed annuals smaller rate hike of 25 basis point. Next, January manufacturing moderates on slow rise in total sales. Next, IDFC to invest rupees 2200 crore in IDFC First Bank. Next, Credit Suisse not to accept Adani Group bonds as collateral. Next, no impact on existing OPS future plans. COP. Next, car sales rises for most firms in Jan on strong demand. Next, WhatsApp told to publicize users are not bound by cause 2021 privacy policy. On page number, that much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.